Hello everyone, my name is Christian. Welcome to my hobby blog. Today we are doing another, I guess, spontaneous review. This is a movie that I bought during me catching up on Vinegar Syndrome partner labels before the sale about last month. We have a sale this coming Friday, which I'm very excited for. But this is one I bought on a whim because I didn't know anything about it. I've been really into the shot on video, I guess, genre is kind of the best way to describe it. And this is one I got because I know nothing about it. There are very few reviews, but the reviews that are on Letterboxd are pretty high. And so I decided to pick this one up. Got it really cheap as a subscriber. So this is the film from 1994 by director Scooter McCrae. This is Shatter Dead. This one may be one of my favorite shot on video movies of all time. And that's a lot to say because there are movies like Burning Dead out there, which I don't think has a Blu ray release yet. That's on the same DVD pack as another favorite shot on video film, Suburban Sasquatch, on the Demented Delinquents or something, or Depraved Degenerates, that's what it's called. And it is now like $60 on DVD to buy, so really hard to find. But this movie is exactly what I wanted from a good shot on video film, because this movie, although technically is very low budget, does not have all the resources that the director wanted to realize his vision, but my god, this movie is done so well, in my opinion, in terms of the acting. It's one of the best acting I've seen in a shot on video film. The cinematography alone is so much better than a lot of shot on video films, because I'm so used to watching a shot on video film and it being completely amateurish, done by an amateur. I'm not used to having someone do zoom ins or someone even using a dolly for the shots in a shot on video film. I was completely blown away by how engaging this film was. And the slipcover alone, first of all, it's 3D, so there's a hole right here that you can hold it by, so it's has that 3D effect. And behind the bullet is this woman here, who is played by let me get the name. Her character's name is Susan, but oh yeah, she is played by Stock Raven, who is in other films I don't know anything about. It says that she was in Limbo, which I have reviewed on this channel before, but I don't remember her at all in that film, and unfortunately, I have traded it for a different film for my collection. So I got rid of it because I didn't think I would ever watch it again. But she is kind of the final living person in Earth. Everyone else has turned into a zombie, and they're not even like flesh chewing zombies. They're just going about their lives. They no longer need to sleep. They don't need to eat. They just rove around trying to find livelihood, because our main woman is a traveler. She's trying to get back to her boyfriend's house, and the entire time she's just really, really tired. Probably one of the most tired performances I've seen. At least it was on purpose. But she goes from town to town trying to get back to her boyfriend, and she keeps having run-ins with zombies. And so, and they're not even trying to eat her or anything like that. They're either robbing her, they're welcoming her to their little den for sleep overnight. They're just not really your typical zombies, which I really appreciated. Yes, they are maimed. Yes, they have bodily injuries all over their body. One of them gets shot in the head, but because of the way that these zombies work, none of them die. No matter what you do to them, they will always live. So there's some really great, I guess, continuity uh, visuals, in that a couple of our zombies in this film are shot in the head, and for all the rest of the scenes, they have a hole in their head. Or they get an arm cut off, and that arm is gone forever. Or, they have another bodily injury inflicted upon them, and it stays throughout the film. And it was really fascinating that nothing killed these zombies, because I'm so used to the age old myth that shooting a zombie in the head kills them. And Return of the Living Dead did the same sort of reversal of this trope in a very hilarious way. Where, what's his name? Uh, our main punk character is like, cutting the head off is supposed to kill the zombies, and James Cameron's character is like, well, that didn't work, obviously, and I'm trying to think what his name is. Freddy. His name is Freddy. He is like, what, are you telling me the movies lied? And it's a really funny, I guess, exchange between these two great characters. But we don't get anything as funny as in this movie. This movie is very art house, which I was not expecting. I was not expecting to see the visuals that were happening in this film, because throughout the entirety of it, we get like David Lynch levels of weird, which I'm a huge fan of David Lynch, so I was very happy watching this film. It starts off with a woman angel fucking a woman from behind, and then we get a title card saying like 13 months later or 12 months later, and I'm like, did they cause the zombie virus? Because immediately afterwards, they're talking about how it wasn't that long ago that the zombie apocalypse, I guess, has been around. And one of the really interesting parts is that our main character of Susan, she is listening to the radio in her car as she's traveling to her boyfriend's house. And she hears on the radio that there are these two radio hosts kind of talking about the zombies. And one of them is like, yeah, I've been hearing, in the underground scene that they're starting to fight for workers' rights and basic human rights. And one of them is like, oh, well, I'm not really concerned with that. It's not really, anything important, all that. What the other guy says is like, oh, are you concerned about the scientific side? And this guy says, oh, I'm not really sure what science is anymore. If, these zombies, are around, like, are they humans? Are they people? And there's some really great dialogue between Susan, our main character, and some of the zombies, where they say, like, oh, you can't shoot me in the head. You have to destroy my soul. But where's the soul? And so Susan just does what she can, does what she is able to in order to incapacitate them. And there's so many weird visuals in this film. I was kind of shocked towards the end of the movie. This is not a spoiler, but we get a sex scene where we get full frontal of both the woman and man, and even some penetration shots, which I was not expecting at all. It was something really bizarre to me, seeing it shot on video, because watching it not shot on video like a traditional film, there's kind of that disconnect of like, oh, it's, the actors, they're doing, what the script says, or, whatever. But for this movie, it's they're actually doing it, and it just felt a little invasive to watch that. It was really bizarre. Uh, if that was if there was one thing that I would have to complain about, it would be that. And considering that this is a shot on video film, there could be so much more to nitpick and be angry about, because none of the actors are professional actors. They're all friends of each other, or at least they're all within a very specific locality, and they're just trying to make the best film that they can on such a low budget. And I was doing some really basic research beforehand just to see on Vinegar Syndrome's website before it got shut down. I was actually asking other people, but I was just kind of like, you know, is are there any other movies by this director that are out from Vinegar Syndrome or a partner label? Because this film was put out by Saturn's Koi, which is a really great partner label that I've been really, really enjoying. They do a lot of shot on video. I think they specialize on shot on video films. But nothing by this director is out aside from Shatter Dead. And I really want to see more of this director's work, because this film really feels like a David Lynch movie if it was filmed shot on video. Although I know the film Inland Empire by David Lynch is technically shot on video, but we're going to frame it as 1990s David Lynch. So after Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me, after Twin Peaks, the TV show, after Blue Velvet, after Elephant Man, all these great films, Eraserhead. I mean, Dune, if you want to call it a great film. I think the first half is great. Second half is not the best. But this film feels as if, like it's a pen name. Scooter McCrae. I feel like that's like the most David Lynch sounding name. So I know it's not actually directed by David Lynch, but if it was revealed that Scooter McCrae was a pseudonym for David Lynch, I would not be surprised. Scooter McCrae is a name that you could find in David Lynch work, just like Dale Cooper, any other name. I can't think of any off the top of my head. But this movie was so much better than I was expecting. Zombies were treated in a way that was not normal, or at least tropey. That was kind of the biggest shock for me. I love the cult aspects of this film. We have a cult that is very religious, but they are very, I guess, discriminatory towards the zombies. I mean, they tell all the zombies that, God hates you. That's kind of their rallying cry the entire movie. And we have a different cult of Christians in this film that are a little bit more accepting. They do have zombies in the cult, but they still rob people and murder people if they stand in the way of what they want. So this cult that is headed by like a cowboy figure. He's like in total black cowboy gear. So it's not your typical Western, but we have this cult leader who kind of lets our main character Susan stay alive in the beginning of the film when they rob her of her car. And she just kind of has to walk from now on. And she keeps running into this cult. And they try to recruit her. They try to run her off. All these different things. And they keep running into each other. It's pretty fun seeing these characters. Because although they're not professional actors, they are very committed to their role. And that's kind of the best that you can ask for and receive when it comes to a shot-on-video film. And so I was very happy to see that the actors were not there for, just for fun. I mean, I'm sure they were having fun making the film, but they were very serious with their roles. And so that was just very refreshing to watch. Some shot on video films you watch, and they are constantly looking at the camera, or they're not really giving it their all. They're very dry in the line delivery, all of these different things. So that's really all I have to say about this film. I really, really enjoyed it. Again, this is another spontaneous review where I watched the film and I was like, well, I've got things to say. I really want to give this movie attention. And with the Vinegar Syndrome sale coming up soon, and because this film came out before February of this year in terms of the partner label release, that it will be on half off sale. So you will be able to get it probably for around 15, excuse me, around $15. So if you want to check it out, I definitely recommend it for that price. So I'm starting my hiccups now, so I'm going to end it here. Thank you all so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe and comment below, and let me know if you've seen this film and whether you liked it or not. Thank you all for watching, and have a great rest of the day. Thank you.